Do you know what's on the radio right now? Good old classic radio. I can almost guarantee there's one in your car. I realized that I didn't really know how radio stations worked or how they're run. It's a medium that I'm not super familiar with. So I went down to the local campus community radio station, CHLY 101.7 FM, to ask the station manager about how it's run.
Welcome to CHLY 101.7 FM in downtown Nanaimo. I'm Jesse Woodward, and I'm going to give you the tour of the station. We got computers for processing music, doing production work, poster board for stuff happening in the community, my bike, which is in the way, a small kitchenette, music library stuff just all over the place. We still have CDs, we still have vinyl, that kind of thing. And more of our library in here, overhead light that the short people can't turn on. We have our main on-air booth, which right now has one of our music librarians and hosts setting up in there. In the booth, we have more of our most recent submissions that have been processed for physical media, turntables for vinyl, mic processors for all our Shure FM 7Bs. We have our analog control console and dual monitor system for the playout system, CHLY. We're a lot of fun, and we do a lot of different work in the community with students and with general community members. Officially, my title is Executive Director. Day-to-day, I'm basically the station manager. The VIU Meter is a project of our student collective, and basically I just ensure that hosts are in when they need to be, and then that new hosts are trained and properly supervised to do that program. We have a nonprofit newsroom project, and effectively in a newsroom context, I'm not only just the station manager, but I'm also the managing editor and the executive producer, essentially. It's important to have an avenue in the world of broadcasting where the community can participate. There's lots of room for training, for education. Listenership for community radio is actually going up. We couldn't run this place without volunteers. I'm already too busy to be on the air all the time. Way more volunteers than staff, obviously. There's 2 core staff and then three journalists who are paid through grant funding and donations and stuff. We have anywhere between 65 to 95 volunteers in any given year. They're part of the charm. You hear somebody different every day, and they sometimes talk about their day.
Hi, my name is Maggie MacLachlan. I am a third-year digital media studies student. I host the Wednesday edition of the VIU Meter. I've been volunteering at CHLY since March 2025. You're listening to the VIU Meter here on CHLY 101.7 FM in Nanaimo, BC. I'm your host for today, Maggie. Thank you for joining me. I started volunteering at CHLY because Jesse came and talked to the media studies department. We had a meetup, and I just generally thought, wow, that looks really interesting and really fun and something that I really wanted to be a part of. Usually I do music intake, so we're just getting new music into the library. We usually try and focus on local or Canadian artists. Make playlists. You make playlists for the meter normally. So usually go in an hour before and make a playlist. The element of live is a little stressful. It puts you on the spot a bit. It's just learning how to man the board and do everything, because you don't want to mess up. You don't want to accidentally double click something and play the wrong track.
What really makes a station is the hosts, the personalities they have on air, and the music that they choose to play.
Without volunteers, there would be really no new music in the music library. People who come and host programs on different days, not just the VIU Meter, are volunteers. They do that on their own free time.
October 5th of this fall will be 24 years of broadcasting for the station. Looking forward to what we're going to do when we hit the big 2-5. I'm working on some grant applications for, potentially either a one big event or a series of smaller events leading up to a big event to celebrate what we do and all that. So last year we finally got to this referendum to raise our student fee very gently over the next 3 years. Now in the future, I'm going to be able to actually look at hiring students outside of the summertime and stuff like that. With that referendum having passed and that student fee going up, that's going to give us the financial capacity to look at a return to campus. But where that might be and when that might be is still uncertain. My goal is to try and get that sorted within the next year to 2 years.
I didn't feel like I was really involved in my community until I started volunteering at CHLY. It was kind of eye-opening to see how much stuff is going on in town and what's happening.
Next time you get in your car, maybe consider turning that dial to 101.7 FM, CHLY radio.
CHLY.ca/volunteer.